Okay, hello guys, just one more thing here. We're going to use basically what is a free online version of Photoshop. So we go to pixlr.com/editor, it'll work in any browser. Now the temptation is to go full screen. It will remove the ads, but then none of the keyboard shortcuts will work. So we can create a new image here, we can just close that. The setup is very similar to Photoshop. I'd advise you to move the layers down. It is actually published by Adobe as well, so everything you learn here is directly transferable straight into proper Photoshop rather than having to deal with learning new software. So the little padlock here, that means the layer is locked. We always want to unlock that, which means we can delete and we get transparency. So this checkerboard pattern is transparency. So if I draw something in here and I make a new layer, pressing this one, because it's transparent, if I put that layer underneath, I can go get, like, say, green. There we go. And it'll go underneath. Whoa, layers, man. If we move them up and down, see, it goes on top, goes behind. So some good ways to do it is, if we want to go and get free pictures, archive, Wikimedia, I'm just going to use unsplash.com, create from zero site, grab a picture. Now you might want to probably use a rubbish image so that they can mess about with it, but let's see. So I'm just going to save image as, whack it on the desktop, and I'll get a stupid picture as well. Let's see, a cat. Whoa, that's a cool cat. Okay, so download. Wait for it to load, save image as cat, put that on the desktop. Okay, so we just go back into our first window, close these ones, just get rid of them. So we create layer, we can open images layer, so that basically imports it. Click on desktop. So we've got whatever this is, it's a lot bigger. So this, if we select this marquee tool and we right click, then we can get free transform. And we grab the corners, and if we're holding shift, it'll keep the aspect ratio. We grab it all the way down. So these are quite big pictures. I should have started with a bigger one, but hey, there you go. And that'll be our nice little background. Okay, sweet. So we normally want that at the back. And if we go to layer and open images layer, we'll go get our cat thing. So we've got a cat in again. It's massive, so we need to keep on the marquee tool. We want to free transform, take it all the way down to a usable size, and we can do it by typing in numbers up here as well. Okay, so maybe like that. Okay, so these two, I can just hide them for now, but you can delete them as well by pressing the little trash can. Actually, I'll kill that and kill that. Okay, so we've got two layers on top of each other, a little cat, we want it on the background. So if I go to magic wand, we can select a piece here. If we change the tolerance up, it will select colors that are more colors that are less similar, so a bigger color range. Too much, if we put it down, it'll only go for, say, that would have to be exactly the right same color if it was on one. So it probably just picks an individual pixel. So somewhere there's a happy medium. It's not always perfect. Okay, so that's like pretty good-ish. We can just delete bits, maybe take it down to 15. And there we go, there we go. What was that noise? But yeah, it's never perfect. So the delete tool here, the opacity lets you feather it. So opacity is the little visibility. So if we put it down to half, you can still see it, but just not very much. Usually we want it at 100, just get rid of all this. Okay, we can just sort of cut it out. Cut it out. Whoosh! And this one lets us move a part of the layer, so just move it down. We can move this to get it bigger. Okay, we can scroll the mouse wheel to get right in to do some detail work. The further you zoom in, the easier it is to go and delete or erase little parts. Make sure I've got the right one selected, and if ever anything isn't working, it usually means something's selected, so you can click the marquee selection tool in the grey space there, and that should fix it. And let's go down, and yep, see it has, yeah, check it out. Whoa. Okay, so we've got a pretty happy looking cat. We can go up here, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, that is Probably want another background actually to make it look far away. That's what everyone seems to use. Filter, Gaussian blur. Okay, so it looks like we're focusing on our cat and our background is in the distance. We just delete some of the extra bits that have now become more obvious. We might want to change the change the layer. I don't want to change the layer. Oop. See, I deleted a bit of the wrong layer. Control Z, got all your normal shortcuts. Control C, Control V, copy, paste, cut, whatever. So I want to change the brightness and contrast. So we put the brightness up. Nah, dark cat. Okay, and we want maybe a red background. So we've selected that layer, and we can go to hue and saturation. The hue, kind of purpley red. Saturation, rank that up. Red as anything. Check that out. Cool. And I can put my amazing. So the A there is for text layer. My amazing cat for the win. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Stick that on the top. Okay. So anytime we select that text tool, we can go back into there and edit it. Probably want it a bit bigger. Okay, move that there. So this is actually sort of just a text layer, which is kind of separate. If we want to apply layer effects, we press the settings here. So opacity, we'll just make it fade in and out. And the mode, we can choose things like add, difference, hard light. We can get loads of different blending techniques here. This is good if you're putting like smoke on like a dark background or something, but you can see it's just making a cool effect. So I'll go over some of the simple tools that we use. We only really want to worry about the brush, to be honest, most of the time. See, I'm in the text layer, so it's not going to let me do it. So if I go in here, I'm going to actually just make a new layer to draw in. I can draw a triangle, but yeah, you can see it's all like blurry at the edges. That is the hardness, so we want to change the brush to something a hard one there. We've got hardness, yeah, all the way up, so it's got a sharp edge now. This will warp stuff in, that will bloat stuff out. Red eye removal, patch, spot heal. We don't really need these. If I want to clone something, so if I want to take a bit of my cat, I'll press Control, choose a selection, and it will copy it over there. If I want to blur stuff, it's that one that just blurs edges. And strength, size, let's go for square one. Zoom right in, you can probably see it better. Yep, see it, and clicking it blurs it, well blurry. Don't really use any of these, to be honest. They're there if you need them, and that's a full tool just like in Paint. Anything else you want to know, just hit me up, but I'll just Control Z and undo that, and my amazing cat. You can file, save, choose your JPEG, choose your quality, so low, look rubbish. Up will be a bigger file size. It actually tells you the file size, make it appropriate, and you can change it, actually save it as a layered for keeping inside, coming back and use it as a project on a different computer. And if you log in and sign up, then you can use it across different computers. So pretty damn good tool online. I'm going to call it cat JPEG. Done. We don't want it desktop all the way, always the desktop, because it's cool. Okay, bye bye.